for the next 30 days, you could be trying out your membership to audible.com. So head over to nhbusinessshow.com/audible to sign on for a free 30-day trial where you get a free audio book. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Hamster Business Show. My name is Chris Pastrana, and today we are here with Emily Aborn of Tucked Organics. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Cool. So let's learn a little bit about Tucked Organics and your history and all that fun stuff.
Okay. So we are a mattress and bedding store, and primarily we focus on mattresses and bedding that are toxin-free. So here's something you might not know. In a conventional mattress store, like any place you would go to buy a mattress, a lot of the mattresses are actually a petroleum base. So if you're buying like a foam mattress, like Tempur-Pedic or something like that, not to throw that brand name under the bus, it's actually a petroleum oil based product. So we started this business because those mattresses, in addition to like new furniture in your home and things like that, they off-gas. And a lot of people are really sensitive to that off-gassing. So this kind of offers an alternative to that, as well as an alternative to chemical flame retardants. So these don't have chemicals in them as a flame retardant. It's just all natural materials. And then in addition to that, they also just tend to be like products that keep you cooler and drier and will last longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's interesting because when I think of a bed, I don't think toxins all the time.
Right.
So that's a very good area to get into. And how bad are beds typically?
I mean, it depends on what you buy.
Yeah.
But like recently they've started to make products just more toxic in general. Like even clothing fibers are not natural anymore, you know? So we're kind of steering towards going back to the roots, back to the way things were, and creating products that are more natural.
Mm-hmm. Like the old days when we had a hay bed and...
Yeah, these aren't hay,
yeah.
but pretty close.
Yeah. That's too funny. So you also mentioned off-gas. Can you really quickly go into what that is? Because I've never heard that term before.
Yep. So when you open up like a new product in your home, I don't know if you ever bought like a new couch or a new carpet or something. It has a really strong smell to it.
Yeah.
So that's off-gassing. That's just the chemicals, either they sprayed on it or that are go into making it. They're kind of like going out into the air. So, you know, over time, those will dissipate. But actually, the funny thing is with foam, they'll dissipate, and then like 10 years later, when the foam starts to break down, it actually starts off-gassing all over again. So it gets a double off-gassing.
That's weird. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we offer an alternative to.
That's pretty cool. So you said we, so you and your...
Yes,
husband?
me and my husband own the business.
Okay. So why bedding? I mean, that's a pretty interesting area to get into.
Yeah, it's funny. Well, I like sleeping. No. So
Me too.
So I actually went to school for health education, and I've worked for like a lot of chiropractors and health and wellness people. But I have always wanted to open my own business. Like, I was the girl out there with lemonade stands and dog walking businesses and gopher services. I sold railroad spikes that I would find behind the house on a railroad bed that we lived near, and I would sell them on the side of the road as antiques. So I've just really wanted I charge kids to jump on my trampoline. You know, I've always like wanted to open a business. So I was working for a chiropractor who I'm still very, very good friends with, and we had this idea to open Tucked Organics, and it was kind of like our 5-year goal, so we still actually wouldn't even be open yet. Well, one night we were at like a dinner for his family, and we were talking to Jason's uncle, and he said, "Why aren't you guys just doing this?" So we were like, I don't know. So then we took our 5-year plan and we shrunk it down into about 5 months, and then we opened the business. And I guess bedding, because I know it's something that I can be offering people that I know is a really, really good product. So
Yeah.
I would never sell somebody something that I didn't feel good about, you know?
Yeah.
And it goes along with the health education background, so.
Okay. Yeah, because sleep's pretty important.
Yes,
You know.
very important.
Take it that way. Yeah, so I know you have a little thing here. Is that to show?
Oh, yeah. So this is a mini mattress. Can they see that okay?
Yeah, it's literally right in front of the camera.
Okay. So here's how it works. In addition to it being not toxic. They're also customizable, so this is what it looks like inside.
Okay.
And this is, it's called latex. Some people call it natural rubber if you don't like the term latex. But it basically just comes from a rubber tree. They pour it into a mold and bake it. And so the mattresses are made either of rubber or a rubber spring combo. So this one is 3 layers of rubber. And people get to choose how firm or soft they want each layer to be.
Okay.
So they get to customize the entire mattress. If couples don't agree, they can split it half and half.
Yeah.
So they can each get what they want on their side, kind of like what you think of with Sleep Number.
Yeah.
So it's fully customizable. Almost every single bed can be completely customized.
Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And so you said they just come like that?
Yeah,
Almost?
I mean, this is...
Without the small size?
Yes. So it's just like this.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Because you don't see that very often. Well, I guess I don't see that very often.
Yeah, no. Most beds you cannot unzip
Yeah.
and see what's inside. And I don't think they want you to see what's inside. So
Probably not, because a lot of times I've seen cardboard and springs and
exactly.
like, stuff that not that comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you said this lasts typically longer than traditional beds would?
Yep, so they have a 20-year warranty.
Oh.
And if you choose a bed that is not like way too soft for you, it should last you 20 years or more. So there's a couple of factors that go in, obviously, to the care of the mattress. But
Yeah. That's really good, because normal mattresses you're supposed to switch out every...
7 to 10 years.
Okay. Yeah.
It's funny, this is like a tangent, but
Yeah.
my iPhone's battery has been like going down really quickly. And that's the kind of, along with the mattresses, I think of that as like planned obsolescence. Like my phone's only a year old and I can't keep the battery charged for half a day. And I think they want you to do that with mattresses too, but these ones will last you much longer than that.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Like, I like again, it's customizable, they last longer, they're healthier, I take it.
Exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, there's no reason not to go that route, at least look at it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that the price range is higher than it is, because probably the name organics, people always associate with a higher price range, but we really do have like price ranges that are a good fit for most people.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I like that. So, I always get into this question because I think it's kind of hysterical. How is it working with your spouse?
Well, we have a great working relationship. So when we first opened the business, we used to drive. I laugh about this. We used to drive in together. We would be there together all day long at the store.
Yeah.
But Jason is the business side, so he takes care of the books and also orchestrating the delivery system, because we deliver too. So, and I am the store, so I do all of the marketing. I am in the store all the time.
Yeah.
And he is not. He actually paints interior and exterior as well, so he kind of has another thing going.
He's
so we don't have the ability to drive each other insane because we're not around each other enough.
Okay.
However, he is also what I call my auditor, so if I, he takes care of, like I said, the business side of things. So if I miss something or I spell something wrong, he's like always catching it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's great. I mean, we have a really, really good relationship, so.
I think it's one of my favorite questions because, it comes up a lot. People typically think it doesn't work, but everyone I speak to says it's fine.
Yeah.
I guess either romanticized or whatever, but it seems fine.
It is fine.
Depending on
I
the
think
person, so.
the hardest thing is not letting the stress of it affect you both. So, that's one thing, because we can't turn that off. You know, if one person is feeling stressed about the business, we're both feeling stressed about the business. And that I think is probably the hardest thing about working with your spouse. There's no leaving it at the door, you know?
Yeah.
You talk about it at dinner. You talk about it at breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think almost with you handling all of the store side of things, I can see that being a problem too, because if the business doesn't do great, it's like, well, what are you messing up?
Right.
So I can see that just being a hurdle that you probably
Well,
want to avoid.
I feel like that often, but he doesn't believe that, so that's good.
That's good. Yeah. Good. It sounds like a good business like that.
Yes, we have a good balance.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Cool. So I'm going to take a quick break here for the sponsors, so everyone just hang tight. Funnels by Kara is one of the best things you could be doing for your business. Check them out. It's nhbusinessshow.com/funnels. Funnels are a fantastic source of essentially power for your business. It's like having a virtual salesperson working 24/7 for you to find leads and convert them for your business. You can go all the way down to just getting the leads in your email, or you can go all the way up to having them, the leads come in and they're worked without you having to do a thing. It's the future. It's what's all these big companies are moving to. So head over to nhbusinessshow.com/funnels to get started. Do not miss out on your chance to beat your competitors and to have someone out there 24/7 working for you to bring in leads.
And stuff.
Cool.
So
awesome. So let's get into it.
Okay.
So this is kind of the part of the show where we run into, how to help other businesses, kind of that whole thing. So I know you had written some things down here to talk about, so let's do networking.
Okay, let's talk about networking. I know we both like that. So
Oh, yeah.
I think it used to be harder than it is. When I first started, it was really hard to get myself into those, into a chamber after hours or into a networking group. But I've really been focusing on it lately, and it gets much, much easier and almost enjoyable. So I love connecting with other small business owners. Mm-hmm. And Kristen Hardwick, actually, that was on your show, she's like really inspirational to me because she does everything.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to be like that. So we've been starting kind of like women's networking things together, and that's been really great. And then I'm also working on a directory of wellness and health and wellness individuals.
Yeah.
So it's going to be just a paper directory, and people can list in it and have like their headshot and things next to it, and it will describe what they do. So I've been connecting with a lot of people in the health and wellness field for that, and also to learn more about their business, and it's been really, really great.
Yeah. That's really cool because I know health and wellness and sleeping is very important.
Yes.
And a lot more than some people even realize. Because I've always fallen into the thing, I'm like, oh, everyone knows this, but I have to teach myself not to do that.
Right.
Where sleep is seriously important for, one, your health, weight loss, just everything. So it's pretty,
Yeah, I never really know what. Well, a lot of my customers come in really, really sleep deprived because they can't sleep because their mattress is uncomfortable, or sometimes it's not their mattress, it's stress in their lives. Mm-hmm. But they come to me seeking a new mattress,
Yeah.
So sometimes I can't understand because I'm not sleep deprived, but I didn't sleep well the night before last night just because I had kind of a busy day yesterday. And I was really feeling it all day long. I'm like, this is what it feels like. You're living in a fog, you know? And you can barely move your arms and legs. And I'm like, this is what people feel like. So, sleep is very, very important.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So for networking, what typically works for you? Because I know you're going usually a step above what people even do when you're creating your own scenarios and places to go. But what's worked for you? What kind of doesn't? All that stuff. I
think, and you should weigh in on this too. I think when you're networking, the most important thing is to remember that you're not networking; you're building relationships. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't stand it because I thought you go to a networking event and you exchange business cards and you tell each other about what you do. But the more I go to things, I realize it's just about building relationships with the people that you're going to networking groups with. Yeah. And then I think what changed for me is now I start to look forward to it. I'm like, oh yeah, I get to see Nicole, or I get to see Paul, or, people that I know, and then we have a conversation. That's what I have found really works.
Yeah, it's all, and you're right. I go to a lot of networking events. I have to fill the the spaces on the show, you know. And I always get a couple people who are like this, and it drives me insane because that's not the type of person I am. They'll walk up and they're like, "Hey, what do you do?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh," I kind of give them a spiel, and they're like, "Oh, cool, I'm an insurance agent." And they'll flip their card at me almost.
Right.
They don't literally flip it at me, but I call it a card flip.
Yep.
They're like, "Here's my card," and then they're gone. I'm like, "Whoa," like that was like
Note to
really
self:
bad.
don't use them.
Yeah, don't do that.
Right.
When I go to a networking event, I care much more about sitting down and meeting like one or two people.
Yep.
Like, so I don't need to know everyone in the room.
Right.
Like, it's impossible to do it unless you're the card flipper, you know. But I'll introduce myself to one or two people and have really good conversation with them and then invite them to the show. Typically, that's what I do.
Right.
And it works out so much better.
Right.
Like, I'd rather have a 10, 15-minute conversation with one or two people and then leave, even if it's early. Like, I don't care. That's kind of my approach to how I do networking.
It goes along with how we should be as business owners with with customers. Actually, somebody asked the question recently, what do you find works best as far as customer service? And it all goes back to that, a relationship. You know what I mean? Like the most important thing that people want throughout the interaction is to feel like they are valued and you're having good conversation with them and you're focused on them. It's all about relationship.
Yeah. And like I said, when the relationship is important. And I think another reason I like hosting a talk show is people forget how good it is to sit and talk to someone in person.
Right.
Because they'll sit there and, you know, we have these like conversations that are very shallow. They're not very good. You know, they can't even make eye contact with each other. Like, they're staring at their phone the entire time. And it's like, well, what are you getting out of this? You're going to work with someone who, like, won't even look at you? Like, they're staring at their phone, or, you know, they walk in the room and you can just tell their eyes are glazed over and they're like,
yep.
Whatever.
So many people are walking around sleeping, so to speak.
Yeah. And yeah, it's ridiculous. And just take the time to sit, talk to someone, be present in the moment.
Yep.
You know, enjoy the conversation, and then, you know, go on your way and work your business.
Then you can look at your phone.
Yeah, look at it later.
Right.
You know, unless someone's dying, you know.
Right.
You know, then sure, look at your phone, but
then you should probably go see them.
Yeah, you're probably not at the networking event anymore, you know. Yeah.
Or call an ambulance. Either way.
Something on those lines.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think we have a pretty similar idea on how you should probably go about networking.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
And then I've been doing a lot of just like getting to know people, you know, asking them out to coffee, or if you have, like today I had time after this and I said, who wants to go get lunch with me? And so then I scheduled, you know, like a little coffee date.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I think it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just that extra step of kind of being there and being open, being available.
Right.
You know, it's good.
Right.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Especially for small businesses.
Yes.
Getting to know each other, because I say it all the time, we don't have this marketing budget of Coke or Pepsi. And so we got to leverage those relationships the best we can and then grow our businesses.
I think it's amazing how supportive other New Hampshire small business owners are of each other. And I'm noticing that more and more. Like, there's a lot of younger people starting to open businesses, or I guess people in my age range. And we're kind of like, we have this mentality that we're all in it together. You know, like everyone's helping each other promote, and everybody is really, really supportive, giving you ideas and marketing tips and things like that. So.
Yeah. And it's one of the reasons I love New Hampshire.
Yes.
Because there really is a sense of, I want to say, unity for small businesses. And there's a lot of care there.
Yeah.
I mean, it could just be because I'm from here and I see it all the time. Other places could be like that, but I really feel it here. And I like that a lot about how we go about doing business.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So, pretty cool. So, you had, what was it, the other thing you want to talk about? We have some events coming up, or people get in touch with you, or best client type.
Yeah, I guess I could, yeah, sure. I'll share with you. Well, okay, so my my ideal client, I know you do not like when people say that their ideal client is everyone, but everyone does sleep. So my ideal client is everyone. No, but we do have clients like ages 0 to 100 because we also sell like crib mattresses and baby products.
Yeah.
But typically it's somebody who is like health-minded, or they're at least taking steps in a healthier direction. And I really love working with people that are excited about getting a new bed. You know, like that's my favorite person, is the person that is more excited about mattresses than I am, which is a very rare person. So that would probably be my ideal / favorite client.
That's pretty funny. And it's actually amusing. You're one of the first guests to bring up something I've said in another show.
Oh.
And like kind of be like, I know you said this, but
I listen to a lot of your shows.
Yeah.
When they're like the perfect amount of time on the rowing machine, so.
That's funny. I love rowing.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god. When I was in the army, I used to row all the time. Just, it's a great workout.
Do you have a machine now?
Not anymore.
Oh.
Like I said, I use the ones at the gym.
Yeah.
Eventually I'll get one, but I love rowing.
Yeah, me
just
too.
a side note.
Well, actually, I don't love it, but I know it's good for you.
Yeah, it's a great workout, especially cardio / muscular. It's really good.
Yeah, we call it the torture device, but.
Yeah, well, that's burpees.
Right.
That's like the worst of them is burpees. Anyway, a little off tangent there. What was I gonna say? So people that want to reach out to you, kind of get in touch, see your product. Do you have a storefront?
We do. It's actually right down the road on 101. Right. So it's in Salzburg Square Shopping Center at 292 Rue 101.
Okay.
But there's two 292s. There's a Bedford and an Amherst, and we're in Amherst.
Okay.
So that way.
Yeah, got it.
Not that people can hear what that way is, but if you're watching the camera, it's that way. But the best way to get in touch with me is to go to my website, which is www.tuckedinorganics.com.
Yeah.
And then you can find all the different ways to contact us.
Yeah, definitely. And then check out all the really cool stuff that, if you need sleep,
yes,
which you do need sleep, then, check it out.
Or, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. So thank you for joining me. This has been a lot of fun.
Thanks.
Do we hit everything you want to talk about?
Yep.
Awesome. Cool.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah.
That was great. I mean, I could talk forever, so.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks.
And everyone else, thank you so much for watching. And we're going to roll out with the last word from our sponsors. And everyone have a good day. Summer is right around the corner. And if you're like me, we are not ready yet. So head over to energybusinessstore.com/ideal to get started, like me, at getting ready for the summer, so that when you hit the beach, you're not at least an eyesore.